Okay, so we now have a dynamic route and we have verified that it works. But how do we link to it? Well, as you probably expected, we'll be using the router link component. Let's open up the product list component because I want to change the product titles to link to the product detail page. We currently have an h4 element and we could just nest a router link tag in there, but that would be boring, wouldn't it? We might as well practice what we learned earlier and use the tag attribute to generate an h4 tag and then nest an anchor tag ourselves. So let's refactor this h4 tag right here. Or actually I'll just add a router link tag before it and I'll remove the h4 tag in a moment. So let's specify the tag to be h4 and add the class attribute to the router link component, and then nest an anchor tag and render the product name in there instead. Okay, now we can remove this h4 tag. So we haven't specified where the link should point to yet, so we need to add the to attribute. Because we need to dynamically generate the path based on the product ID, we need to use the vbind directive for using a JavaScript expression as the value. So let's add the to attribute with vbind directive, so a colon, to. As for the expression, I'll be concatenating a string, so I'll use single quotes / products plus and then product.id. So here I'm referring to the alias used within the v4 directive. And of course I need a / here as well to generate the correct URL. With that we should be able to navigate to each product details page when clicking the product names. So let's try it out. Looks good. And you can see the ID in the URL is changing. While this is certainly a way to do it, there is one problem with this approach. We're doing string concatenation to assemble the route path within our template, which is more error prone. But what happens if the path of a route suddenly needs to be changed? In that case, you would need to refactor every single link to the route to match the new path, because otherwise the links would be broken. And what do you search for when doing such a refactor? These paths could be assembled in many different ways, and such a refactor could easily result in errors when refactoring large applications. The risk of simply missing some links or introducing new bugs is just high. The problem is of course not important in a small application like this one, but I hope that you can imagine that the scale of this problem is directly related to the size of the application. I hope that you see the problem, because now it's time to fix it.